Look, they got some wood ties. These look like railroad ties that cross the stream. I'm going to tell you people, here's my shortcut. Watch, you ready? Oh, look how low the Stampede Reservoir is. Oh, man. That Stampede Reservoir was huge, and it's just trickling now. I mean, low. It's 50 feet below normal levels due to drought. Ready for the king of jumps?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Dang.
You missed me? Do you need me to do it again?
No, it's cool.
You give me on the way back?
Yeah.
All right. That's how that's called a shortcut, folks. You just have to be careful when you land. Your foot don't slip because you will fall straight into the water, and I've done it.
Oh.
See that peninsula, Jared? Yeah. See that?
Oh,
we're going to walk around it, and the Truckee River's on the other end. So we'll go to the Truckee River. That's where the salmon are, too.
Well, my question is do we need to cut over that way?
You know what? We can take the trail around, and when we get to the water, we can just go around it.
Why can't we just cut the tail later?
We can, but we're here early. We reach this place in a half hour, man. So we have time to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
so why not finish the trail? Ducks. See over there? Yeah, we need to stick on the trail for a while. Because once it dead ends, we can decide where we want to go. I can look on my GPS, but the Truckee River is on the other side. And that's where I want to go today, is the Truckee River. So I can take some pics of the river, see how high it is, see if we see any salmon near the waterfalls.
We should be able to follow that peninsula around. We won't have to go over the mountain.
Well, it's over on that end, but we could go around the whole peninsula. That's what you're saying. Dad, there's 2 peninsulas. One there, and then there's another one between the 2. And that's where the river is. It's between the 2. We're here early, so we might as well just take our time, you know. No rush. Wow. You also got to be a balance artist. Whoa. Is this going to hold me? I got it. I got good balance, but that doesn't mean I like crossing loose wood boards, right?
Yeah, the dam.
I still got to log it. Just to make everybody aware, the Sagehen Meadows area has rocks dating back to the Jurassic and Triassic periods. In other words, when the dinosaurs roamed here, these rocks were already present. This is a very old area. It dates back to the time, like I said, during the Jurassic period, where you had pterodactyls and other large dinosaurs that would roam this area. See, we have a lot of little wood boards that you have to cross, which is kind of cool. It adds to the fun of hiking, where you can go through a little obstacle course. I just like to hike. If you don't put yourself in the Sierras, you won't have a Bigfoot sighting. You won't find tracks. You won't film or photograph UFOs. Now, normally, probably in about another month, this meadow will be green and full of flowers. Unfortunately, it won't be our only meadow that we go with flowers. But as I told Tammy, the flowers only appear for a month because California is experiencing drought. The flowers are supposed to last from April to about June, or no, the April till July in the Sierras. But what's happened is the flowers are blooming in April, they're blooming in May. Come June, the meadows are brown, the creeks are dry, and there are no flowers. So you take a chance when you come out in April. The flowers are starting to come up. I see them in the ground, which means that it's okay that if we missed them, because I have about 4 areas this year we're hiking that have fields of wildflowers, including Hermit Valley, which is known for its wildflowers. We'll hike to the Stampede. We'll hike along the Stampede and get some pretty pictures of it. It's 50 feet below normal level, maybe 80 feet down due to drought. There's even water warnings. Yeah, there's a lot of water. There's streams, there's rivers, there's lakes, but everything's down. We went to Salt Springs around this time last year, it was like 150 feet low. It was scary. Went down to the bottom. We looked up at this little one. There used to be an island in the center of the reservoir, and you could see up at the island all the way around. Just this little patch of land, and you thought, wow. Now this is the marshland area. You can see the marsh, puddles, and pools of still water. This is what generates mosquitoes. I haven't had any mosquitoes, but they can be out in this cold of temperatures if you're near where they lay their eggs and near marshland. So folks, when you watch our videos, I kind of put things into a reality perspective. I want you to see the flowers, the birds, the trails, the water, the drought, the wood bridges, the different trees. There's at least 6 to 7 species of trees here, and in the fall, some of them turn bright gold. It's gorgeous. But this is a new area. Tammy picked it, and I have no regrets coming here. I think that we should always try to bring our viewers and our friends new places to hike at so they can kind of get an idea how the Sierras is situated. And I have friends that are moving out here. Look at this, Jared. Check out this. Check to see if it's been rock banged, if there's any bark taken off, because this could be Bigfoot evidence. Hold on, let me take a pic.
Okay, when you close my bag.
1 second. Here, can you lift that rock? So it looks like maybe a hiker sat it there.
Oh, God.
Can you lift it?
Wait.
Here, you film me, I'll lift it. It's too heavy for you.
Boy.
Maybe they just used it as a mark and hold. You gotta admit that's a big rock, though, to be sitting there. That's monster rock. Oh, here we go. We're in a forest that's been cut down here. Look at all the stumps. Hikers, maybe, that were camping, could have cut up wood, or the forestry, just to enhance the trail. I don't like when they start cutting down hundreds of trees, because I honestly think that the trees is what gives this area character, and if you lose the trees, you kind of lose a little bit of character to the woods. I mean, Bigfoot's not going to come out in the open like this. If you have trees, you have a chance of getting them, filming them up in a tree looking down at you. And if you cut the trees, there's a road right there, man, or something. What's that say? Huh? Oh. Oh, don't go, don't go, don't go. Where are you going? There, look how far he's going. Bastard. I love stellar jays. What's this, a road? I guess we'll go this way, right?
Yeah, they said that the trail comes out on the 4-wheel drive road. What is this?
Oh. Jared, check this out. We should always, when we're at a place like this, because it might be a historic site, we should always take a few minutes of EVP. Sagehen Meadows recording now. There's hummingbirds here too. Let's check out these ruins. Oh, they have yellow birds here. I looked it up. I forgot what they're called. This looks like a homestead. But there's rebar protruding upwards, which is more of 1920s, 1915 and up. They used a lot of that. Wow, what do you think this is? Look, this is a room, and there's a hall. Maybe. But look, there's another thing. Hey folks, this must be, I don't know if they have a thing here called freshwater crab, but that is a clear crab leg. I look at it, the pinchers and the hard shell, the hard exoskeleton. Holy crap, dude. There's crab remnants everywhere, or remains. I don't know what the deal is. This is all supposed to be part of the Stampede. Hey, honey, this is one of the inlets that's supposed to be underwater, and it's not. You know the inlet?
Yeah, I know.
It's dry. So all we have to do is go around that peninsula and back around, and we can get to the Truckee River. I got an awesome picture idea. I'll take a picture of this with the water in the background. That's a good shot. See the water? Get a picture with the water in the background in these.
You got awesome ones.
All right. I've never seen plants like this. I don't know what these are. They do, don't they? They do grow underwater up until right about where they supposedly flower. It's a whole field of them. Wow. There's what's left of the Stampede Reservoir. I see a dam in the distance too. Wow. See how low the Stampede is? There's actually a couple dams. What we're going to do, well, we could climb up over the hill into the next valley. We're going to we're going to cross the dry lake bed, and we're going to go around this peninsula, and then there's another peninsula, and then around the other end, if you go in this valley, you have the little Truckee River which flows, and it's not so little. I crossed it when I went over a bridge near Independence Lake, and I must say the water was good whitewater rapids for whitewater rafting. Definitely is very much flowing. But keep in mind, folks, I decided to start hiking in the Sierras early so you guys could see waterfalls and streams, because if I take you in July or I take you in August, you're not going to see creeks flowing. You're not going to see waterfalls. Meadows will be brown. There'll be no flowers. Today it's cold and the flowers aren't all blooming, but at least there's some flowers. At least the creek is flowing. But this is awesome. We'll get some nice scenic views of mountains once we hit the reservoir. Geese.
Yeah, it says there's lots of places.
To fly.
What? It's a claw?
Yeah, from like a crab.
A crab claw?
Yeah.
Ouch. When that was hard, that was probably
Yeah, you can feel how light it is.
Yeah.
exoskeleton of a crab. We found a bunch of crab exoskeletons. Is there a such thing as crab here? I mean, I know there's freshwater crab, but the claws were huge on them. So I was thinking, wow, they got those type of lake crabs? Wow. I mean, this reservoir was probably a little lake or pond, and then they cut down all the trees to make it. So they had to stock the crab, you know what I'm saying? They had to bring in those type from a hatchery, different types of wildlife and fish. And probably from the other creek or other area up the road, because you can cut across to both from one creek to the next, like through the woods up there.
The road.
There are a lot of dirt roads, so maybe.
Probably because we're in where the water.
We didn't go where the road is. The road ends. The other road seems to go out that way. So what we need to do, though, we need to get to the reservoir and go around this, and then we can find the Truckee River. We got to be careful because there are muddy areas you can sink in. We don't want to pull a Lake Lahatan, you know. Get stuck in the mud up to our knees. I'm going to take those crab and catch 5 or 6, put them in a pot of boiling water with some lemon and some butter, and then that's good eats.
We can stick them inside your cup.
Those aren't crawdads. Those claws are huge. And plus, you could tell they have the ridges. They have crawdads don't come in that color. Besides, the sun could have bleached them, but besides the fact, obsidian, maybe.
These are skipping rocks, see?
Water skipping rocks, yes. It's nice out here. I'm impressed how remote it is. Up here it starts to get real scenic, but it's pretty scary that this reservoir is so low. I mean, I can't even take good pics because it's like a pond here. This is a reservoir that's one of the largest in the county. It's like the 3rd largest body of water. It's the 2nd largest in the county. Look at that. Oh, that's a rag. I thought it was a big crab shell. This is crazy that how low everything is. The Truckee River will be a nice site to take pictures at, because you know that flow is pretty strong. Still a nice hike though, and there isn't a lot of elevation gain, so it's pretty level. I mean, I figured I'd do something easy today, since when we went to Austin, I think I met every challenge possible. I even went rock climbing up to some mine, and that was pretty hard. That was almost straight up and down to get up there. That's why nobody probably knows it's there. It's hidden in the woods. But Jared found it, so I was like, okay, we'll go up in it. We'll check it out. He's got eagle eye, man. Hey, Dad, I got a mine up here. It's like, dude, there was no sign that that mine was ever there.
You see that sparkling over there in the trees?
He found us a good mine to go in, and I only went like 400 or 500 feet in because it's the same thing. But I still went in it, and now when I put it on the website, I can put down a separate section for that mine, because that mine counts as that's part of Kingston right there. That's the mining district, and we found a mine. Most of them are closed up, but we found one you could just walk right in and check it out. But the air quality was poor in there, so I didn't go far, because I'm not in the mood to die in a mine. I mean, I can go in 500 feet, take some pics and some EVPs and leave and be happy, because I still went in it. But some mines have poor ventilation. That had no ventilation, plus a door on it, so you know there's hardly any oxygen in there. Wow, it's a big meadow when you put it in the perspective. But we're supposed to be surrounded by water or in water, and this is all dry now. Woo! Yeah, it's a good hike. I'll hike anywhere, because the way I look at it, you're not going to find anything paranormal or nature unless you put yourself in the middle of the woods. And that's exactly what we do week after week. We put ourselves here, and after 100 places, we could say, hey, remember those 10 places out of the 100 that stood out with paranormal activity? Because out of 100, you'll get 10 places you'll never forget, because you'll find something weird. But when you watch TV shows and they find something weird every time, it's the producers doing special effects and skits and acting. So that way they can continue to gain viewers. For every viewer they get, that puts quarters and dollars in their pocket. So in other words, you get 5 million viewers for some ghost show, and the next year you get 10 million viewers. Those ghost hunters make double the money. And they get paid to have pizza delivered to them, and they only hike 300 feet, and we're a team that can hike 15 to 20 miles in one day. So who really gets the credit for this type of work? We do. We're the ones out here working, and we don't get paid for it. We're here because we enjoy it. We enjoy the nature. We enjoy the hikes. We enjoy seeing things. And that's what it should be about. Here's what's left of the Stampede Reservoir. At least this inlet is just a mere flowing creek now. Oh yeah. Sweet. I got it. Told you. Whoa.
I got you.
Woo! Oh my God, I almost slipped in.
What did you do?
The dangers of crossing tributaries. So much fun.
I'll find Tammy something to cross.
There'll be other areas.
Yeah. Oh, Tammy, you can't cross this, right?
Yeah, right here. You could grab my hand and I could pull you right across.
It's the slant down the mud.
Oh, yeah.
Mud makes you slip.
I mean, I could try and jump.
But then if you slip, you're screwed. So we'll find you a spot.
I'll find you. I'm sure there's a spot right up there.
There's areas where it thins out. We'll keep looking. We'll get you over.
I would have jumped across the deer, jumped across Lode, jumped across his foot went in the mud, and I'm like,
I found a drier spot.
I'm trying to avoid mud.
You could have went over there. I made it just fine. I slipped a tiny bit. Big deal. Could have been worse. I could have fell in. Here's a narrow spot, but straight up and down, you'll fall in. But look, right here, there's some rocks. I don't know. Up here's a narrow spot. How narrow is it up here?
Oh, it's pretty narrow.
It's pretty narrow, yeah. If we give her our hand, she puts her hands out, we can pull her over.
So she can pull us in now?
Nah, I'm strong as long as I got some solid ground to pull her over. Up here it gets pretty, look, it's pretty flat up here.
No. I can't do it.
It's an obstacle course. Nothing wrong with that.
You could jump that.
I'm always up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Check up here.
I'm not gonna do
It gets narrow around the corner again. It's flat too. Yeah, this is Lord Rick of the Paranormal Ghost Society, and this is an obstacle course. Yeah.
You can cross right there.
This should all be underwater. Instead, you got creeks and rivers and tributaries flowing where it shouldn't be flowing. Should be all underwater right now, and we're not. Here, it's real thin around there, too. The water line should go up to the tree line. This is crazy, man. This is the kind of thing, this is what happens when there's drought. You can access areas that you normally couldn't access. We'll find a spot. May have to go all the way to Reservoir to find it, but we'll find it. We will find a way. Yes, we will. Just like finding Bigfoot tracks, we'll look all day till we find one. Here's a very narrow spot, about 100 feet ahead of you. It closes in real narrow. She could cross this up here. It's only like 1.5 feet wide. We help one another. That's why we're always looking for team members, because we need to help. We need people who can help each other cross tributaries and streams. We have to. We have to have other people taking photos and video and using scientific knowledge and logic to basically uncover the paranormal. That's the type of group we are. It's a family group, but we always have more room to extend our family and bring in new friends to the Paranormal Ghost Society. And we have a lot of people who might be moving up this way who want permanent positions on our team. And that's great, because people know that we always have something new we're cooking up and something amazing. It never gets boring. It never gets old. We always have new projects. And where we work, it's not like this is handed to us. We have to hike and get wet and everything else just to do what we got to do. But that's okay. It comes with the adventure. That's what adventure is about. Without adventure, life's not worth living. Life's only worth living when you can go out there and you can just face the wilderness head on and experience things that other people may never get to experience. And this is just one of them. And this is also your founder, Lord Rick. Just want to say peace. We'll be back with more footage at the Stampede Reservoir at Sagehen Meadows. Careful. You ready? Huh? Right here. Unless you walk all the way back where I crossed. Yes, be careful. Don't break your leg. And she stops. Come on, you could do that jump. It's only 3 feet. Just make sure when you land on the rocks, use your hands in front of you to kind of balance yourself. Kind of like this. Keep your hands out to balance. If you can't do it, just go back to where I crossed, which is now a half mile away, but remember, it goes downhill too. So you have to, when you get down, you have to boost off and jump. You got to be like an Olympian. Tammy the Olympian. Careful. Oh, here, give me your hand. Okay. You still made it. Little mud, right? A little mud never hurt nobody. It's good for the skin. It makes the skin soft. Next time we cross, we're crossing where I want. Easy as pie, right? Good luck sinking in this. My fat ass is going to sink in. Because I guess that's just how it is when you hike, huh? Whoa. They're giving out. You got to be fast. Because as soon as you stand too long, they start sliding. Careful. It'll dry and fall off. It'll be all right. Thanks for the entertainment. Jesus. Wow. Instead of making it easy, she makes things tougher for me. Everybody crosses in one spot. She's got to be different. Jeez. Next time I'm gonna be different and cross where it's like 8 feet across. Let you guys cross. Look for a spot to cross. All right, away we go. Let's hope we don't sink in here, man. It can be up to your knees and then you're stuck like it's quicksand is what it is. Quicksand forms anywhere. There's dry reservoirs. Jared, you're gonna sink up to your hips and I won't be able to get you, man. I read about quicksand, and quicksand's present in California too.
You fucking kidding me?
Well, you got to go around there.
So we gotta go back around.
Yep, we do. All right. Stampede Reservoir, half dry, half wet, and half scary. Lots of quicksand, could die. You could die, man. You could go all the way down to your neck and be stuck there. And then start sucking in mud and dying. I've read about this. Dry reservoirs that are drying up produce quicksand. And this is an area out in the middle. If you go where the muddy areas are, that's quicksand. And the only way you get free of it, you got to wiggle left and right, left and right. My feet are dry, but I'll tell you what. Look at that. That's some serious hiking, guys. You can see the dam, ladies and gentlemen. The water is far below the dam. We got a nice summit. But the Stampede Reservoir, this is Bigfoot country. This is where the water, look at these water plants. They come all the way up to the tree line. Look where we're standing. Someone made a road here because the water's so low. You probably did on the jump. I pull a muscle every day, even walking around the house. I see some snow on that peak too. That explains why the creek is still flowing good, because when the snow melts, it forms the creek. I'm pretty muddy. That's just part of hiking.